So, we're going to bring one of the key stage players in our 7 stages of life. We have with us at London Diaspora Live and Resonance FM, Gordon Case. Now, Gordon Case has been an actor for over 30 years. He's one of the co-founders of the Black Theatre Co-operative, now known as Nitro. In more recent years, he's turned his hand to screenwriting, and he's also performed a one-man show. Welcome, Gordon.
Hi, Anjan.
Gordon, I can't help but wonder, that's an amazing career you've had, an amazing breadth of experience. And...
well, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet, exactly. So, I'd imagine, also, with a name like Case, it's powerful, isn't it? It's like, get on the case, get to work.
Yeah, I think it's got Scottish roots, actually.
Scottish roots.
As Gordon has as well. Mm.
A very good friend of mine is called Slack.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets much work, but he's a hard worker. Works in literature.
Is he related to Alice?
Alice? No idea. Just Mr. Slack to his friends.
Not related to Slack Alice. Hey, that's a nice introduction, Anjan. I like that, Look, you know what?
You can use it.
Look, I got to make an apology straight off, right?
Go on.
To Charlotte. Charlotte, I thought you were Anjan's assistant. I didn't realize you were the producer, and you're a very talented woman in your own right.
That's right. It's because I'm so young, and just because I've kept my youth so well.
She's Charlotte's effervescent, evergreen. Charlotte and I worked for a long time before Shot from the Lip, but that's another story. We want to know your story.
Okay.
So we don't get hung up on titles here. Mm-hmm. Producer, host, actor. We're all actors in this game, I suppose. But Gordon, I want to ask you, tell me something about Black Theatre Co-op initially. Why you began that?
Okay, Black Theatre Co-operative. I didn't begin it. It begat itself.
Okay.
I'm one of the co-founders of Black Theatre Co-operative, which was started in the late 70s. Mustafa Matura, Charlie Hanson. In fact, Mustafa Matura had a play called Welcome Home, Jacko that he needed to get on, and he couldn't get it on at a theatre. So they kind of got together and formed a theatre company. And then we joined. So we became like co-founders. Victor Romero Evans, Trevor Laird, Vas Blackwood, Malcolm Fredericks, Shope Shenende, Eric Riley.
It's a long list, but
a lot of these guys
tell us something about the spirit. Do you first of all, there was a need there to have representation? Do you think that needs still for representation needs to be made quite evidently, or what is the politics of change? Sure,
it's what is the politics of change? The politics of change is that you got to change. At the time, I said, I don't think there were any black theatre companies that were functioning on their own right,
Right.
So the Black Theatre Cooperative was one of the first theatre companies that got funded by the Arts Council on a regular basis, not just on a project basis. And it is still functioning today under the name of Nitro.
Mm-hmm.
And the Black Theatre is the term. It sounds as if it's kind of it's only for certain people, but it's not. It deals with Britain, particularly, specifically, Black Britain. I guess is what it's about. I live in London. I live in Brixton. Yeah. Well, Stockwell really, but the cultural centre of London is Brixton, and London is the cultural centre of the world. Therefore, Brixton is the cultural centre of the world.
Amen.
You hear that?
I heard you.
And the guys in Brixton the guys in Brixton and in London.
Why don't you go to the centre of the world more often, actually?
Well, it ain't going nowhere. It's there, and people come to it. Every weekend, people flock to Brixton and around, Let me tell you something. Is rap a skill?
Is it a skill?
I don't know.
Okay.
But this guy told me once. They're mans. They walk with knife, they walk with gun. They stab up, they shoot up, just for fun. They never bother about the hopes and the fears. Come, let me reason, you hear? Make me forward, walk and talk. Or we time this. We have a talk. This the story of father and son. You heard it before, but not this one. That's taken from a screenplay that I...
Oh, a round of applause there for Gordon. A ripple of applause going round here. That's from a screenplay that I believe you wrote.
It's a screenplay. It's from a screenplay what I wrote. And like a lot of other people, I'm trying to get my work up and running, you know. But which brings me on to the UK Film Council. They're a strange body, the UK Film Council. They're a very strange group of people, you know. I don't know what criteria they use for the sort of films they fund or for the people who they back. Some
You don't get
things,
represented.
Some things they get, you know, they do okay and they get right by. You know, there's some guys out there that you know, they do that you know, that they support, and that's vital. But representation.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's. I think we're behind in the stakes when it comes to representation. You know.
Where do they do it better? In America?
Well, you know, I'm not really concerned about America. Sorry, I'm more concerned about what happens in Britain. You know, Afro-Caribbeans were invited to come to Britain. We are probably the only ethnic group in England, in Britain, who were actually invited to come here. As well, we came for the same reasons as other ethnic groups came, you know, for education, financial reasons, you know, to start anew, afresh. But we were invited to come to this place by Enoch Powell and others, you know. And we have assimilated and we have merged into this society probably more seamlessly than any other ethnic group.
Right.
Our education is the same from the West Indies.
Yeah, yeah.
Our religion is the same. Our philosophy has been the same, you know. Music. And at this moment in time, in the 21st century,
Yeah.
we find ourselves scrambling about
Still scrambling.
and having problems.
Right. I suppose that's where London Diaspora and World City also addresses a need for representation, for showing the broadest context of what an art form is possible and the talent that is there. I suppose it's going to always be an ongoing part of our society.
What is?
The mainstream and the other streams.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of the mainstream comes from the other streams, you know. A lot of theatre in the West End has had its genesis in the fringe theatre.
Yeah, like starts off in Battersea Arts Centre
That's right.
or in the Bush and then ends up on the West End.
Absolutely.
So it's important to support it at the arts level and small scale level before it goes to mid scale and large scale, you know, to see, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
To see the genesis. Hey, so tell me, Gordon, you've also worked with some big name directors, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I work with some big names. Yeah, so what?
So what? Well, I wanted to ask you about, you've been in productions of the RSC.
That's right.
You've been directed by Danny Boyle in the past.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you make of that film, Slumdog Millionaire, then?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like the, I like the energy. I actually sent Danny a screenplay of mine. I don't think he got it. You see, the thing is, you got to pass through agents and managers and these people, right? And they, you know, and they don't know who the heck you are, you know. So I don't think he got my script. But you know, Danny's movies have got an energy that I love. You know, I know a lot of people say Slumdog is, you know, Slumdog is not this, you know, it's not necessarily representative of India. But can a movie ever be representative of a place? I think it's not possible for that to be, you know. It's an entertainment, you know. But it's an entertainment with propaganda. And it should be open and available to everybody who pay taxes, who play the lottery. And we come back to the UK Film Council. Who are they? Who are the guys that sit in offices at the UK Film Council and decide which movie gets made? Who are they? What are the names?
You
Where
know-
do they live?
You know, it's been shut down though. All their funding's just been withdrawn
Since when?
2 days ago.
Get out of here.
I wanted to say earlier, but
Yeah, I wish you did actually. It would have saved us
Oh
5
my
minutes.
God.
They've been shut. You got your wish come true.
Oh,
and
no.
the
no.
MLA, the big Museums
Yeah.
Association, the government have cut the funding for both of them. So
Well,
Arts
why don't
Council
you
have to look out because Arts Council might be next.
Well,
But
no,
yeah, it's just been in the news.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
But I don't know. I don't think it's very related to their performance. I think it's more because of the cuts in general. So I don't know if it really sort of addresses the problem that you're highlighting.
Maybe it has to do with the fact that they finance in a big way a lot of these movies that don't necessarily represent life in London for the
Yeah.
whole population.
Yeah, I think it's dangerous though, because when you start like justifying the government's decision to cut it, they can come up with a whole lot of reasons like that, like the Film Council weren't doing their job properly.
Mm-hmm.
But it probably actually comes down to other reasons of diverting funds away from the arts in general, which is what we're going to see more and more of.
For sure. But it sounds as if anything that has a diversity in its title is going to be chopped. Is that a fair assumption?
I think it's a worry, yeah.
Oh, you kind of miss the Film Council now, don't you?
I certainly don't.
I kind of feel in a
I
lament.
certainly don't miss them.
You know, I tell you what else has
They're
been cut.
merging. I think the BFI is going to take on a lot of their staff, something
Okay.
like that.
Oh, so they'll be okay. But also
Yeah, they'll be okay.
the film standards,
They'll be back.
the Food Standards Authority has also been cut. The people that bought us the rainbow system of fat, sugar and calories, you know, the food manufacturers have lobbied against it, and that's been cut as well. Not really in the arts, but we all eat, don't we?
Yeah,
It all affects us.
I like that. What, the little things that tell you how many calories in a
The traffic
chocolate
light
bar?
system, the very straightforward traffic light system.
All right. I don't pay so much attention
That's
to that,
very important.
actually.
You don't pay attention to traffic lights.
You
Not
had
food
to.
traffic lights.
You have to look out for that. So, Gordon,
Right.
so we've dealt with one whole big issue there. We dealt with the Film Council,
That's right.
and so
Choppity chop.
I wondered why we won't
Didn't-
discuss.
I'm the X-Man. I
You
come
didn't know
to
you
chop
were-
off your
what?
head. There we go.
Okay, Gordon's on the case.
You got it, buddy.
So, Gordon, I think really
I've,
theatre in
yeah.
the UK.
yeah.
Any closing remarks on that? Thoughts on
Well,
that?
theatre is vital. Theatre always will be vital. Yeah. I was just rereading Arturo Ui, The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui by Brecht. I actually did a film called Brecht in Hollywood a couple months back, in which I played a character called Clarence Muse. Now, Clarence Muse, you might not know, was a Hollywood actor, black Hollywood actor. You know, he's made over 100 movies. Yeah. And Brecht and himself got together in 1941 when Brecht went to the States, when he exiled to the States during the war, and they got together.
Oh yes.
And it spurred me to read Brecht stuff more, and I was just rereading the Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui, and it is so fit for our times. And the thing is, I'm going to say it now, so if it ever comes out, you'll know where you heard it first. I was thinking of a mainly black production of The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui. It has so much resonance.
What a beautiful segue. Resonance FM, thanks you. London Diaspora Live. Gordon Case, I think you made a beautiful case for yourself there, and the theatre in general.